Hi, it's Tube. Today on Colour the Angler, we're at Japan, and we're going for the newest legendary Amemasu, the legendary rain trout. Hopefully we catch him today. We're going to be using a 3-rod approach, 2 on the bottom with feeder rods, which I'm putting out now, and 1 low rod. I will go over all my tackle setups in a minute and the locations. Well, actually there's 2 locations, so we'll go over both of them where you can catch him in a minute. Also, I want to talk about where I think the next reserve map should be for Colour the Angler. And I'm going to go over in great depth why I think it should be there and the fish species, which are the real crown jewel of this location and why I think we should have it next. So while we do a bit of lure fishing and wait for a bite on the feeder rods, waiting for Amemasu to bite, whichever it takes, let's go over where I think the next new map should be for Colour the Angler. Now my choice, number 1 choice, is the Amazon. Now, if you don't know about the Amazon, there's so many brilliant species there, which even half of the list of species, if you added them, would be amazing. So let's go over them. So what I've done is I've been doing a bit of research. I watch a lot of videos on fishing anyway, and I know quite a bit about fishing because I am an angler, so it does interest me anyway. But the Amazon I'm really interested in, and when I've looked online, I've had a look at a bunch of species, collected together what I think is the most exciting group, and I'm going to talk about them today. So let's go with the first one, peacock bass. Now a lot of people in America and other countries will know about the peacock bass. Legendary fury. Peacock bass tails are true. They attack topwater lures with unmatched aggression. They've got a big peacock sort of like eye on the tail, and they're sort of like a perch. They've got like yellow and black stripes. Beautiful looking fish. A spectacle unseen in any other fish. Their ferocity makes it seem like they're out to destroy your lure or fly, mistaking it for a prey or rival. So what do you think about peacock bass? Would you like them? It looks like we've got Amemasu on, and I think this is going to be quite a battle. Let's get on to the second species. So the second species is called the Payara. Sort of like a salmon, but it's got a massive elongated jaw with like vampire teeth. Looks amazing. I'll leave a link in the description where I found some of these species so you can actually look at them and tell me what you think. Some of you will know what they look like anyway. Now here's my favourite one of the Amazon, the Aripama. Prehistoric, massive long fish. It's a king of the Amazon. These grow to like 400-500 pounds. They can be like 10 feet long. They launch at the water like missiles. They have actually killed people because they just torpedo themselves out, and they often hit people in the boats and stuff. But they're absolutely brilliant. These would be amazing. I don't know what the devs think about this, but this could maybe be the legendary of the Amazon, and I think it'd be exciting. Next we've got the Parariba catfish. It's a big grey catfish, also named the Amazon shark. Now there's a lot of different catfishes in the Amazon, and they're all varying in sizes, colours, and I think this would be really cool. Next we've got the red-tailed catfish. These stocky, aggressive fish with fiery personalities are some of the Amazon's most stunning residents, aptly named for their vibrant red tails. Now I watched Jeremy Wade catch these in the fishing episodes of his series, and they are massive. They are absolutely massive, and they look good. They're sort of like a pale yellow with a giant red tail, so they look stunning as well. So we would have some really big battles on if we had the Amazon. Got the Jow catfish. These brutes are basically, they prefer well oxygenated waters and favour rocky areas below waterfalls and rapids. Jow are master of using their environment to their advantage, so they live in really tough conditions. Waterfalls, we obviously like waterfalls. We've got waterfalls at Japan. A lot of the reserves maps for Colour the Angler do have waterfalls, so maybe that could be a good addition. Next we've got the Surubim catfish. These are a hidden gem amongst the Amazon sportfish, nicknamed tiger cats due to their sporty, irregular stripes along their flanks. These fish are renowned for the incredible speed. They sound exciting as well. The arowana, you might know this one. A member of the same family of the Aripama, looks prehistoric and has a long jaw, but it hasn't got like the big fangs like the other ones we just mentioned. Next we got the Barracuda. They are the undisputed speed demons and acrobatic marvels of the Amazon. often referred to as the cheetahs of the river, these fish are guaranteed adrenaline rush for anglers. I like the sound of that. Got the fantastic pacu. Now a lot of people will know these. They look like big piranhas. Pacu fishing can be had in Guyana for red, black and silver pacu, and in Brazil, Colombia and Bolivia for many other species of pacu. In Guyana, in late March, April, anglers can often see 2 or 3 fish chasing fruit as it drifts down river. So there's lots of different pacu. One of the weird thing about them is they look like big piranhas, but they've got like human teeth, which is very odd when you see them for the first time. Next, we've got one of my favourites, the fearsome wolf fish. The Amazon terror with a twist. The wolf fish, also known as the Amemara, Hyamara, or the Trarero. I might have pronounced that wrong, but this is what it says. This isn't your average catch. These prehistoric looking fish are the Amazon's embodiment of ferocity. Their dark, imposing figures earn them the name of crocodile fish, but their true terror lies in their fighting spirit. These look amazing, and this is one of the reasons I would say look at the link I'll leave in the video description for these fish. They look absolutely terrifying, but I can imagine the fight they put up. Next, we've got world famous fish, the black piranha, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the piranha world. These apex predators are the largest and most aggressive of the piranha species, boasting a muscular physique best described as a bodybuilder on steroids. Imagine big group shoals of piranha. I think that'd be exciting. What do you think about that? Would you like piranha in Colorado the angler? Next, we've got the golden dorado, a well-known fish often referred to as the river tiger. It's rapidly becoming one of the most prized freshwater sport fish species in the world. So a lot of people do know about the golden dorado. It looks absolutely amazing. Yet again, like I say, the list of these Amazon species is just mind-blowing, and I think even if you could add just a few of these, it would just be just like, you know what I mean, it would make them up. And I can just imagine how it looks as well. Next and last is the Amazon stingray. That's right, you can get freshwater stingrays. It's one of the only freshwater stingrays you can get. Imagine stingrays as well. They put up great fights, just like this Amemasu. I don't know if we're going to get it in. It doesn't seem like it wants to, but stingrays, that's just the last of this list. And this is only a selection of what you can get at the Amazon. There's so many more species. But if you look at these, have a look at the link, like I say, that if you just put these in one reserve, I think this would be the best reserve you could make for colour-wide the angler. I don't see how you can make anywhere better. Just imagine all the different biomes, places, waterfalls, wild rivers, lakes, sort of jungle feeling, the weather, the types of fishing, the fish species themselves. I think it's got to happen. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm talking about it. I think this needs to happen, because if you think about any location in the world you would like to fish that's exciting, got the most varied, special kind of fish, I can't think of anywhere better than the Amazon. If you've got a good idea for a location with fish species, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear all about it. Like I say, let me know what you think about my Amazon idea and these fish species. Would you like to see it? Like I say, not everyone wants the same kind of fish species, you know what I mean? Some people want sea fishing, just normal freshwater fishing. There's no limit to what the mind can think of, and like I say, if you put a good idea out there, you never know, that might actually happen. Join Call Wild the Angler official Discord, because that's a good place to do it. They do have like feedback sections and areas where you can write down these kind of ideas, and maybe a devil will see it and think, hey up team, have a look at this. We've got our next idea possibly here. And it does happen. Trust me, that does happen. So make sure when you think about it, just put out a detailed sort of idea of what you want. And with the more detailed info, you know what I mean, the better it could be received. Now, I don't know what's going off for this Amemasu. We're on a strong rod. We've got like, I think it's like £60 line on, if I remember rightly. But these generally go to like £60 or above. So it's putting up a hell of a fight. This is one of the hardest fights I've had in Colorado the Angler. So don't think you're just reeling this straight in. this is a fight. So Japan has got some very tough legendaries. I will be covering them all. We did Immortal the Crab, Go-To, in the last video. We showed you how to catch him. Check that video out if you haven't already seen it. We're doing Amemasu this time. Then there's the new Koi. That's probably going to be next week now. It normally changes each Wednesday, like really late in the morning. So basically it's Thursday really, but it's like 3 AM for UK, but don't know what it is in the USA. You'll have to check up your time there. But in the UK it's like 3 AM. It changes over the legendaries each week. Amemasu is this week, but what a battle. Like I say, now we've got the rod holders. This is totally a game changer. You can put out 2 rods on the holders. See, like I've got 2 on feeders here with pellets on, size 4.0 hook, and one rod I've got like £60 line if I remember right there. One's about £30 line. I'm glad it didn't take the right rod because that's got like £30 line, and look how much this is. Look how long this is taking to get in. So imagine on the £30 line, half as strong. You would be able to do it, but you're going to be fighting it for probably about 30 minutes or something at least. The key with fish in the Kulawad, the angler, is there's certain traits to how they fight. So once you learn, like, sometimes it's just like a hold, get the head up, you know what I mean, and then pump slowly. Sometimes you've got to pump fast and drop your rod and keep pumping and just gain line slowly. So it's just a case of gauging like what works best. But I'm struggling with this one, I'm not going to lie. We've got the Selderoyo rod, which is a special rod, and we should have put the other reel on this one, to be honest. Pure champion, it maybe would have helped, I don't know. But I know this is a big fight. I love playing Kulawad, the angler. I don't sweat it, I just play it to enjoy it because I like fishing. So I just like roaming around and catching fish. Doesn't have to be a diamond, doesn't have to be anything special. I just like fishing and exploring. And this location, which we will go over in a minute, I seen someone catching gold dace, one after another, until he caught a diamond. And it was literally a gold dace, one after another, one after another, one after another, and then he got a diamond. So if you have to dace and you need a diamond one, this location is amazing for them. It really is. Now it looks like we're actually going to get this in. I shouldn't say that, we maybe have jinxed it, but we're actually getting somewhere. It did have sort of a second wind. Some legendaries do. You're getting right up to the, you know what I mean, either your boat or to the shore, and then they're like, nope. And that does happen in real life. If you are an angler, you've had those moments, and you either lose the fish on the second wind or you get it back, but after a long fight. And I've had it myself. I've had some with carp where one of them, for example, he actually straightened the hook. I couldn't believe it. I still got it in. I don't know how it stayed on, but the hook was literally straight. It wasn't even that big a carp, but I was on like really low line. I was on like, I think it was like £1.6 bottom, and it was like a 13-14 pound carp, but it literally straightened the hook. It was like a 20 hook though. Right, it looks like we've got Amemasu finally. What a battle that is. Make sure you give this a try. And there we go. We've done it. What a beast. So there you go. There's the new legendary for this week at Japan. Amemasu, the rain trout. We're going to go over all the details now of how to catch it, where to catch it, what tackle I'm using. We're just having a look at it. It has got one eye missing as well, so it looks a bit freaky. But it's just like a giant, well, you can see salmon. And you can imagine, in real life, if you hook that, you would have a battle on your hands. Look at that in the sun, the beautiful shimmer on it. The devs have done a great job on this, but yeah, that is a legendary. That is how a legendary should fight. You know, when you hook it, you know you've hooked a legendary, not any other fish. So that was a good battle. I enjoyed that. Right, let's release him back. I still think we need that aquarium style trophy lodge for our fishers. That needs to happen. Would you like that? Would you like a big trophy lodge? Either to put them on plaques, or would you like to put them in like an aquarium style? I think that'd be different, wouldn't it, if we did that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Right, let's go on to tackle and location. Now the thing with this, there's 2 locations to catch Amemasu at Japan. It's the same sort of area, but they're just slightly different. So we'll go over them right now. Let's get my rods in first. Don't want someone else taking it while we're gibbering away. So let's go on to tackle first. What we're using, we've got 3 rods set up. One is lure rod, so this is what we're using. Really heavy gear. I normally use this for like salmon and generally the bigger legendaries. There's a reel, there's a line, and this is the important part. We're using a jerkbait as a lure. There's different lures you can use for Amemasu, but we use a 4-0 lure. That's what we're using. Now on the feeder rod, this is what we're using on the first setup. There's a reel, there's the line. As you can see, we used 60-pound line, and that was still a battle, you know what I mean? But the hook is the important point, 4-0, and we use pellets. And on the second rod, I'm glad we didn't get it on this, but you could catch it on this, but it's going to be a long fight with the line, you know what I mean? A lot lighter. But same hook and same end bait, pellets and a 4-0 hook. So let's have a look at the details for Amemasu. Here you go. So that's what we've just caught. So bait preferences, red worm, bloodworm, eggs. Let's have a look at the traits. So easily spooked, gets easily scared by human presence. It's a sun lover. We started at daytime. That's when we was fishing for it. Tangled in the rage of a lost eye, Amemasu wrenched rocks into the islands. Near scale, claw and feather, this bearer of the earth lurks for vengeance. It definitely does. That is a battler for sure. And these are bait and lure preferences. Use whatever you want. We used pellets, but you can use any of these we're going over right now. So yeah, what a battle. What a battle. We're going to go over location, and there's 2 locations. What I would say is, if you're not sure about them exactly, you could jump in multiplayer and you will find a lot of people on this island all gathered in this sort of cove. But there is 2 locations. So basically, this is Japan. This is the location here. You go on a boat and you drive over to this island where I've marked. Straightforward. Park up on the corner. And there's 2 areas. The cove where I've just caught him. If you freeze the video, you'll be able to see exactly where I am. There's some weed and stumps, so you'll be able to locate it easily. But that's where I was fishing just now. But you can catch him off this point and cast just into where the deep water starts there, the deeper water. He can be caught there. So sometimes if he's not in the area where I've just caught him, he'll be on that area where I've just shown you just now. So I'm Robert Tube. We've been fishing for Amemasu on Kolowa the Angler at Japan, the legendary rain trout. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.